What's up, y'all? Welcome back to CodyCrafted. Today, it's a Jeep thing, but it's also a Chevy thing. Hey, y'all, welcome back to the channel. Let's go build something cool. Okay, new project in the shop today. This is a 2007 Jeep JK with crank windows, and it was a real base one, and it had a blowed up minivan motor in it because, yeah, Pentastar problems. Anyway, so the thing is, it's now got a 5.3 LT and an 8-speed in it. Pretty freaking cool. It runs really good. This is how a Jeep should run. The power is like perfect. It has had a DOD delete, and all the swap components came from a company in, I believe, Las Vegas called MoTech, M-O-T-E-C-H, not.
And a MoTech system exhaust.
Yeah, M-O-T-E-C-H, that's right. All right, so those guys, they engineered the swap, and Kevin is an old dirt bike riding buddy of mine, and he did all this himself as far as the work goes. It's got Terraflex suspension, and it's actually a little bit high right now. It's kind of on the lift. It's pretty up there at this second, but it's running good. I've driven it, took the kids to school, tried to shake it down. The thing is, it's too quiet. It's got a V8 in it. The only time you can hear it is when you stomp on the gas, and then that's the air coming in sound, not the air coming out sound. So we got to fix that. So that's what we do here. Is there's no such thing as a bolt-on, especially when you put Chevy V8s out of modern trucks into relatively modern 4x4s. Let's look at the parts. Nothing real fancy. Summit 670256 Alumize 2.5 hot rod exhaust builder kit, just because it gives me a bunch of bends and a bunch of straights, and that way I know I don't have to go chase anything down. Magnaflow 51046 universal catalytic converters. Woo! Two of those, one for each side. And then this is a 2.5 in and out Flowmaster 44, Super 44. It is stainless. Kevin's a fan of that sound, of that chambered, that classic 90s Fox body. You know it. We all love it. That's the sound we're after, is that that chambered, you know, 2-chamber exhaust. So let's start cutting stuff up and let's get to work. Okay, now that we've got it all picked up, hot sports tip. This one's really close, by the way. I can't get a regular O2 tool. We got O2 tools, can't get it on there. So we're just gonna use a 22 or 7/8, either one. Hot sports tip about O2 sensors. You want to tighten it first, back it off, and work it back and forth a couple of times. And it always is best to do this while it's kind of warm, if you can. So what happens is the carbon that's chilling in there will kind of cake it up. You want to free it up. This is probably more critical on old stuff if you want to get technical, but it does get schmutz all in there, so just be aware. That'll probably save you some frustration. I've had to cut off, drill out, replace, you know, do all that crap with those things before. Okay, this is the part where Cody starts complaining about how other people do exhaust work, and there are no joints. No joints anywhere. It's fully welded. The manifolds to the tip, all the hangers, gives you no adjustment and gives you no opportunity to change stuff later if you feel like you need to without having to own a welder. So we're gonna fix that. We'll add some lap joints and all that kind of fun jazz, but we got work to do. All right, good morning. It's the next day. We're all boots and jeans and FR shirt and my awesome cap. Yeah, so Anyways, here we go. We got everything out, of course, and we're gonna mount this guy right here, and we're gonna have to run a little bit of straight section. Here's the thing I would like to pay attention to is, are these two cats basically the same distance from the manifold? And also, when they're the same distance from the manifold, can we actually get in there to weld them properly? We are MIG welding. Got the MIG welder set up, the little Millermatic 180. That one's Garrett's, works great on sheet metal and exhaust, little stuff like that. The big boxes are over in the fab shop doing stuff over there. Over here we are running, this is the Lyle tailpipe expander kit. And the cool thing about it is the mandrel is threaded the same as the Harbor Freight hydraulic punch driver kit. You can run that pipe expander with an impact, but you're gonna be there all freaking day. It sucks. I'm not a fan. Also, what we got set up so we don't have to run back and forth to the fab shop, and if we're doing angles and stuff, is our Bauer portaband running a Linux blade in the swag stand with the foot switch. So we got our fab area all set up. We got our safety spectacles. I need a Sharpie, that's what I need. And we also got, you know, welding apparatus and all that stuff. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tack that first cat in, and then I'm gonna set up my first section of straight pipe after that. And here we go, let's build some exhaust. Alrighty, we're getting started. And I just tacked this piece on, cut it. We're at 18 inches to the start of the cat. It's about the best I can do. Otherwise, we're gonna be in the middle of bends and it's just gonna take a whole lot of time. So we should be good. I've done a little research. Should be plenty of heat for this motor. Sounds great. This piece is tacked in. I gotta get through here. So we need to make an offset. So here's a little tip for you. To make an offset, you start with a 90. It makes an S bend if you do this right. What that does is that takes that 90 and it makes it an offset. So hopefully that's enough. If it's not, we'll add a little piece in the middle. The other thing is we've got a bunch of J bends and U bends. So let me clean these up on the grinder. Yep, that's what we're after. Something about like that. And then the next piece is gonna be a 90 behind the transfer case. So we're gonna do that thing. Woohoo! Okay, part of the deal here is we're waiting on O2 bungs to show up. Those should deliver any minute now. And I want to be able to pull this part of it out because we've got to put the O2 right behind the catalyst, which means it's got to go in our S-bend. So I'm going to go ahead and tack the cat on where I think I want it, just with a couple quickies. And then I'm going to leave the next section loose. I'll go ahead and put these on the bench and make our offset on the bench. And then that way I'll be able to weld the O2 bung in here on the bench and not, you know, up on top, basically. So we're about 5.5 to 6 inches off of the frame. As we go back, we're within over an inch above the bottom of the frame. So even back here at the muffler, so it'll handle shenanigans, hopefully. Got the train jack here, posting that up. We're gonna do something a little different out the back. Hopefully you guys like it. In all reality, I don't actually care. I like it. and I got free reign to do it. So if you don't like it, jump in the comments and tell me about it. I'll be sure to read them. Anyway, so rocking and rolling there. Okay, at this point, I got my marks set. So I know where this one, I kind of think I want it to be. And now we got to get from here to here. And I know I got to have a little straight section. And I want a joint right there, or a juncture right in that vicinity. I just happen to have this offcut. And that's going to go about like that. And we got to get up here and we got to make this hookish apparatus. And it's not a 45 and it's not a 90. So using a U-bend. I'm going to mock this dude up right here, so that we get the angle of the dangle that we want. So that's gonna have to go like that. And then we'll make this dude, make this one dance how we want it to. So I know we're gonna need a straight piece. My magnet's all dirty. There we go. Need a straight piece about a foot long or so. We'll start with that, and then we'll have to eyeball this corner, see how this works. Our parts showed up. I get tired of not having hangers, so I ordered a case quantity. And also, O2 bungs. I got this guy. Some of this looks pretty decent. I got I got all the way around the front of the cat. The back of the cat, I got one spot, and you guys can probably see it if I put some light up there. But the front side of the O2, I'm gonna have to fight with that. I may have to pull the drive shaft, so we're gonna save that for another minute. We gotta get this other side in and grab that other tube. Woo! It's humid today. Don't worry about that. That little guy, don't worry about that little guy. We're gonna take care of that. We're gonna take care of that right now. That's part of the problem with exhaust tubing is it's easy to blow a hole in it when you're butt welding.
Woo! Y'all gonna make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here.
See, look at the O2. It's pointed up. That's a good thing. All right, this has been fun. To get the back, to see the back side of the catalyst here, I had to put the light up above the fuel tank where I had the camera a minute ago, and then I had to look through this, which slot? Yeah, this crack right here. Yeah, it's great. So now on this side, I got just above, like I'm up to it, but I got like an inch and a quarter or so up here. So we got to bust out the old mirror trick. This is pretty cool, by the way. It's a flexi deal. I got it off Amazon. It's a Yes welder. It's a Yes welder. We got this with. It's a. You can flip-flop it around. It's pretty cool. I don't know how long it'll last till it breaks, but it'll get this job done. Yo, hey, hi. All right, so here we go. I put these Synergy sway bar drops on here. Reason being is it's gonna give me enough room to be able to run the pipe through here without having a problem. So that worked out well. It's down an inch and back 1 7/16, so 1.5 inches or so back. It gets it away from the shocks. You can, you know, other folks can run bigger shocks, this, that, and the other. Helps keep the sway bar links vertical and the sway bar arm parallel with the amount of lift that's on this. So, little upgradey action there, also for space. So that's what we're gonna do. The parking brake cables, I reran those, had to pull those off, and ran them. Some of the conversion vacuum hoses and solenoids and shenanigans were kind of interfering with that, and I had to get them down in order to be able to, because they were running right here, in order to be able to pass the exhaust through this vicinity. I only got so much room to work with here, people. Burn me in the comments all you want. At this point, what I'm trying to figure out is this how we want to do it? Pretty much just like that, and just like that. But I think because of the way this junction goes together, and I'm thinking I want to save my 45s. Had to go get some more. Scored those at Summit Demo, 20 bucks. Thinking what we're gonna do, because we've got some extra tube here and there in our wonky bends, is actually use our wonky bend to slip right in here. That kind of helps make that transition. But yeah, the goal is to get it up here and then be able to run a 45 out thusly. It's kind of what I got in mind. Then again, I could use wonky bends and make them just tuck. Let's see, take the U-bend and make it just tuck like this. I don't know. Jump in the comments, tell us what you think we should have done. It's gonna be done by the time you see it, but bleep bloop down there. That's probably pretty good right there. So after a little cutting and fitting, here's what we got. This guy gonna fit right over that guy, and then that is gonna sit right there. That one's got to tack up too. So, all right, let's do some more welding. But that's the idea. It fits the factory hangers for the factory muffler where it's at. So we'll bend a muffler or a hanger rod out and make it do all that. And that ought to make all that kind of dial in where it should. Well, I think that's what we're going for. Alrighty, we're all wrapped up. Let's see how she sounds. Alright, there's 75. That wraps up this one. Thank you for watching CodyCrafted. Be sure to check out the merch store below. We sure appreciate you. We couldn't do it without you. You guys watching the videos, like, comment, subscribe, turn on the bell for notifications, ding ding, and we will see you on the next one.